What's up, YouTube? It's Trucker Eddie. I'm back with another video. So this video I'm gonna do a little 6-month review on CR England. I worked from CR England probably from November 2022 to basically last month, April 2023. So that's about a 6-month review. I started off, got my training, everything through them. I did a little orientation training review video that should be up. So now I'm just gonna do it as like my experience there. My experience there, I hated that shit. I hated it there. I basically was counting down, trying to make it to a year. I ended up not making it to a year. Just had some real bad experiences there. They don't really care about you. I'm gonna tell you that now. You're just a number. And you're gonna have instances where it's just like you're gonna have to probably curse them out or deal with it how you want to deal with it. So basically, home time, you're gonna have to fight for it. Like they tell you every week you get a day, you get 1 day. You could be out 2 months. When you hit your DM for like home time, they might try to be like, hey, we need you on the road 2 days. Like, I've been out 2 months. I'm not gonna go home for 2 days. Like, you crazy. Yeah, so that getting you home on time when you say you need to get home, just don't plan on being home on time. You might be home a day or two later, or just plan your home time probably before that if you are going there. Maybe it just was my DM, but that's just my experience. Everybody gonna have a different experience. Sometimes like home time, I remember my brother died in January, and I'm like, yo, I need to get home, let him know. Kept him updated when he passed away, when the funeral gonna be, when I need to be home. So most people know when someone passes away, it's either probably like a week and a half to 2 weeks that the funeral's probably gonna be. Just because depending on when they pass away. Some people were able to do it in a week, but I think it was like a week and a half that like I updated them. So me and the DM kept him very updated from the time he passed away to like, hey, once the funeral set up, I'm gonna let you know as soon as I know. So this man, like with my DM, we had a conversation where I had to like, are you serious? He basically asked me like, can y'all change the funeral around? So basically based on CR England. And I'm just like, this man is out of his fucking mind. But at that time I didn't have that much experience. I hadn't just got on my own. Probably had been on my own for like 1 month. I'm like, damn, I wish I could quit, but I really couldn't. So I'm like, I'm gonna push it through, get at least a 6 months. There was a lot of instances other than that where home time was an issue, trying to get home, and my DM fucking with me. Basically, I had to argue every time I wanted home time that I earned, had to basically threaten to quit, all that. Another way is the loads. I sat a lot. Like, I'm the type of person, I was maxing out my clock, you know, new driver. So you maxing out your clock trying to earn some money. But then there's days where I'm like, get to Seattle, or I know I sat in Seattle twice over the weekend. Like, dropped the load Friday, and it's like, oh, we don't have nothing for you till Monday. So I'm like doing more than a fucking 34. It's been times where I've come off of 34, drop a load, they don't have nothing, so I do another 34. So just shit like that had me sitting around, hated that. So I feel like the money, as far as money, it was 45 cents a mile. I'm gonna just go ahead and just show all my pay stubs on here. Like, I was making more money before I got in the truck. I was making more money working from home than I was like when I got into trucking. But I knew I was gonna take some kind of pay cut just until I get my experience up. That's why I was just like, okay, get the 6 months, and you know, opportunities gonna open up. Like, you can go other places other than CR England, because these startup companies, they're gonna treat you like shit, they're gonna pay you like shit, and you just gotta know what you're getting into. Like, I'm just gonna be real, like, some people might have good experiences, but you gotta prepare yourself to have a bad experience, to the point like me and my one of my friends, we just was encouraging each other, like, stick it out, like, you got it, like, I know you want to quit, just keep going. But anyway, I'm about to just drop a screen recording of, you know, what I made in 6 months and why I made that much for some stuff. There you go. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and go through this pay real quick. I'm gonna explain most of it. So starting at the very bottom from like the 11th through, let's say about the 20th, I was either in training on a truck where I was getting $112 a day. Getting $112 a day. Basically that $1,000 week on the 6th, that was like they messed up my pay the week before on the 29th, so they like hurry up and loaded some money on my data card, on my little pay card, and then of course they took it off. But the 6th my pay was like regular. The 27th was like my first full week on my truck, so that's actually when I started on my own with CR England. And then as you can see, I did really good my first week, ran hard. And then just from there, it just was like, what the fuck is this? I had a few $1,000 weeks, but then the net pay sometimes doesn't come out to 1,000. So let's see how many miles you have to run to make 1,300. The pay was at like 45 cents a mile, so I made probably looks like ran 1,800 miles. And then the 31st, I had to go home. That was my brother's funeral that week. Then I got back on the road, $1,000 a week. 830 I took home. 687 I took home another $1,000. Looks like that was $1,000 a week on the 7th, and like 840 I brought home 900. And then after that, towards March, shit just went downhill. Like I was sitting a lot, had a lot of shit going on. Probably sat for like, dropped something, do a 34. Hell, dropped something else, have to do another 34 because they just had me sitting. So I ended up leaving, putting in my 2 weeks. I didn't put in the 2 weeks. I just was on home time and was like, you know what? Route me. I'm not coming back. I'm not just route me to a terminal. Close out the video. I'm gonna do a review on the truck. They do have good equipment, and they take care of their equipment. Like they might not take care of you, but they're gonna take care of that truck. Like anything you need. Like I remember one time the tire probably just needed air, and I like took it to did some kind of inspection or something at a Love's, and I was like, they replaced the tires. I'm like, you could have just added air to it, but yeah, they're gonna take care of the truck and do the most about the truck. Another thing I didn't like, I survived from the time I was on my own without, basically my trainer, we didn't have a fridge, TV, no inverter, no like electricity. We were basically camping when I was with my trainer, because CR England wants you to pay $700 for like an inverter in the truck. And my trainer was like, he's not gonna pay it. He had been with the company 5 years, which I thought was crazy. But you have those kind of drivers that stay a long time. They really don't. I feel like at every job you have like the company man that's loyal to the company and not really loyal to themselves. Me, when I got on the truck, I had that same mentality, but my mentality was, I'm not paying y'all $700 for an inverter. That's like $2 something at the truck stop. And then you can't get one installed yourself. And then they do like weekly deductions if you want to pay it off. So I basically had already been used to it. I was new to trucking, so I'm like, I ain't paying for that shit. Yeah, so that's one thing I didn't like about them. Like so basically I was in this bitch camping. So like now my new company, I got like a fridge, I gotta install my own microwave and all that. But it's much better. Like the truck's luxurious. I can and again, you can't idle your CR England truck, so you're gonna be hot. Like you gotta know how to figure out how to keep cool. Get you a little fan that goes into the 12-volt little power outlet. If you don't get that APU or nothing like that. Well, not the inverter. I'm sorry. So that it was hell for 6 months. But would I recommend somebody going to CR England? No. If you do go, you better go with a plan. That's my only advice. I don't regret going because I learned a lot. 6 months with them. But if I could do it again, I probably wouldn't go back to CR England.